The message is, when we're not feeling content or satisfied, happy or peaceful, it's time that we made a change. And so many of us believe that that's not even possible, that this is how it is, life's tough, and what do? You suck it up and keep on keeping on. Well, they're wrong. We're here to transform. This is about transformation. This life is about transformation. And the transformation is about transforming our unconscious, driving, dissatisfying energies to become conscious, aware, happy, and peaceful. One way to do this is to practice honesty, authentic vulnerability. To learn more, click through to the extended video below. Transformation through the act of expressing ourselves honestly, authentically, and with vulnerability. There's a lot of words there. Let's break it down. Transformation, to change from unhappy to happy, from discontent to content. Okay, that's where we want to go, and that's where we're coming from. There's a path, and we can walk down that path one step in front of the other, day by day, without projection. How do we do that? What's the first step? We start being more honest. We can start being more honest and more vulnerable with each other and with ourselves. It normally starts with a prompt, with the likes of, how are you? How are you going? And we say to ourselves, I'll just give them the answer that they hope for, that will keep me safe. How about we actually give them the answer that is our truth, using our discernment as to how much of our truth they're ready to receive. And perhaps prior to even going as far as that, we ask ourselves, how are we? How am I? How do I feel? What is this state of existence that I find myself in the experience of right now, today? How am I? And you might just find yourself replying with a, yeah, I'm good, let's go, we've got stuff to do, as you always have. 2 feet just running beneath you without even hitting the ground, your mind racing, out of your body, out of your mind, dissatisfied. That's how it's been. Now we slow down, we stop, and we place those feet firmly, one at a time, in front of the other. And we start by saying, how am I actually feeling? What's this experience like right now? Oh, I feel tired. I feel really tired. I feel really sad. Or I feel really compromised once again. I actually feel really resentful. I feel overworked. I feel like I'm not coping. I feel like I can't cope. Whatever the truth is, I feel overwhelmed. I feel glum. I feel melancholy. I just feel dissatisfied. I feel misaligned. Whatever. Okay, let's just go to the other side here for all of you guys that wake up feeling good, really good, sunny. It just feels shiny and glowing, and gosh, what a beautiful day. I can feel the beauty. I can feel the beauty within. So yeah, we do get to feel that way, and every one of you guys have felt that way at one point, at least. Obviously considerably more times than just once as well. And we recognize it within ourselves, and we recognize that within others. And that's where we want to be. Not only more often than not, all the time. That's what we want to be. That's the goal. So today's transformation is about setting the intention to become as happy and peaceful as we can possibly imagine being. And one way that we can do this, of the many ways, is to start with honest truth. Honest, vulnerable truth. The vulnerability part, vulnerability is such an important essence to this. It's the unconditional expression of our truths. So often we express our truths, our honesty, in a bounded way, and it's bounded by the mechanisms that we feel safe to express our honesty in. So we express our truth, but only up until a point. If someone really wants to know what's going on, deep down in the recesses of our psyche, in our shadow, we're prepared to give them the truth up until a certain point, but anywhere below that, anywhere beyond that, that's going to feel like too much. Again, it's the same within. Are we prepared to look that deeply within ourselves? Are we prepared to be vulnerable enough with ourselves to acknowledge that there's things even deeper than what we've even ever been prepared to contemplate and consider, to feel in our body? So this is a conversation that we can continue having. This is one of the many 10-minute or so transformational wisdom guidances that myself, Dean Dampney, have been practicing since I can remember, since my first conscious memories. If not practicing, considering and contemplating, nutting it out, processing, creating consciousness around. Also, as a Buddhist, these are the teachings that I'm receiving from my guru, from my teachers, and I'm passing them on in such a way that I hope that they land for you and that you too can find a state of satisfaction in an ever-increasing way. We can do it. That's what life's about. So next time you meet that person in the street, next time you wake up and you look at yourself in the mirror, I want you to reply back with your authentic, vulnerable truth. And last but not least, the reason this allows us to transform is because if we're connecting with each other, if we're connecting with ourselves through honest or authentic vulnerability, it's the only way we can connect. We don't connect in mistruths. We don't connect with each other in being fake. The only way that we can foster connection, and therefore, the essence of what feels deeply satisfying, is through our truth. And it can't just be the glossy version. It has to be the vulnerable version. The fact is, we appreciate being seen, being heard, and likewise others appreciate the same from us. It allows us to empathize deeply. And again, it's within ourselves as much as it is to those that we come into communion with, that we come into being alongside. So deep connection comes from authentic vulnerability. And when we feel deeply connected, when we feel connected, we no longer feel alone. And then we actually feel safe to be ourselves. What a gift. Transformation through authentic vulnerability is possible. And you start with one step at a time through practicing. Like all the good things that we want to become more of, we practice. And we sit in the diligent practice of becoming more of these things consciously.